What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be taking a random movie out of my collection and making an anti-design poster. Everybody seemed to like the last anti-design poster that I did, so I'm going to do one for a movie. Okay, let's find out what movie we're designing for. Alright, got all the movies pasted in here, so let's pick a random movie. The Hunger Games. Alright, let me go grab that. Alright, so here's the first Hunger Games movie. We actually just went through all of these movies, and really good series. The movies end a little bit weak, but they're still good. Alright, so I think anti-design is going to work really well for this movie. So let's jump into Illustrator. Okay, so like I said in my last video, what you want to do is you want to make it look like this was not made by a professional designer, although that's difficult to do when you're a professional designer. And I believe that I used Arial for the last anti-design video, so I may do something like Times New Roman, but I'm just going to play around with some fonts. So I'm going to take a look on Adobe Fonts and see if I can find anything. And this is interesting right here, so I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of combine together some fonts that don't make any sense at all. I'm actually waiting for Fairwater Regular to activate, but I did find this and think that it's very interesting for this movie. So while I'm waiting for it to activate, I'm just going to grab an image of a brick wall and we're going to set that as the background. All right, and I may even do something like adding a threshold to it or something like that, just to give it an extra ugly look. Okay, so I like the idea of using the one with the lines here. And what I want to do before I bring this over into Photoshop is just ugly up the text a little bit. So we're just going to leave our kerning at auto. And I'm going to add some space in between that's just completely unnecessary. And I'm also going to have no visual hierarchy for the actual text. So the and Hunger Games are going to be exactly the same size. All right, so I'm going to copy this as is without changing it to outlines and just paste it right here. And we're going to go really big right here. And we're not going to give any kind of comfortable margin. So I'm just going to set that right there. And then let's do a color overlay of red. And we're not going to do like a nice red or anything like that. And then I'm going to add a drop shadow, but definitely not a subtle, sophisticated one. We'll go to like a 300. We'll do about a 60 on the size, which is going to give us a good blur effect. Maybe even a bevel and emboss. We'll reset this to default and we can just kind of do this. Basically what we're putting together is it looks like someone has just grabbed a copy of Photoshop and they just started using it 5 minutes ago. And as you can see, we have no refinement here at all in this bevel and emboss. And then for the tagline, it's "The world will be watching." And like I said earlier, I do like this script. And this is something that I would never, ever do in all caps, but I'm just going to do it just to add some extra level of cringe. Since it's all caps and a script font, it's already kind of hard to read. So I want to put it somewhere where you can actually still see it. And you know, after 10 minutes, you actually figure out what it says. So I'll do a color overlay on this one, but I'm going to do something maybe like bright green and then with a stroke, and then we'll add a stroke around it just like that. And I found this image as well, and I actually have this idea in my head. I want to see if it works. Okay, that actually works pretty well. It's not exactly what I was envisioning, but it's close enough. Okay, now what we're going to do is add in some cast member names and the director, and we're going to go completely off the rails here. So I'm going to put Jennifer Lawrence's name right here. I'm going to reset my space after to 0, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 different names on here with 3 completely different text styles. Even in anti-design, you still have to spell things correctly. Okay, so Jennifer Lawrence's name is in Times New Roman. I'm perfectly happy with that. For Josh Hutcherson's name, we'll do Space Grotesque. And then for Gary Ross's name, we'll do Adumu. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, let's add stars. And I'm not going to space those out evenly. All right, so I'm going to copy this over here into Photoshop. We're going to make it unnecessarily large. And instead of coloring the actual text, I'm just going to put a tree behind his name. Yes, we are going all out with the ugliness here. Now I'll just make it yellow. Why not? And I'll just kind of set it right there. No rhyme or reason whatsoever. For Jennifer Lawrence's name, let's go ahead and bring this over here. And Josh Hutcherson will put his name on this side. And in keeping with complete chaos, I'm not naming any of my layers. For Jennifer Lawrence's name, we'll do like a box going about right here. And we'll do that color of a fill. Take the stroke off and I'll expand this. And then for Josh Hutcherson's name, I'm going to put it inside of a circle and we'll make it orange because that's Peeta's favorite color. Okay, my eyes are bleeding just looking at this. And then just for the heck of it, we're going to do a texture overlay with this image right here. There we go, hard mix, and that's it. Okay, so here is our Hunger Games anti-design poster. This is making my eyes hurt so badly, but it's so much fun putting these together because really kind of the thought behind it, this is only the second one that I've done, but it's interesting because it's almost like there's no thought whatsoever and you just throw things onto a page. However, it is a little bit counterintuitive because it does actually make you look at the elements on the page. So anti-design, does it work? Does it not? It seems to me like it might. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. I think that I would like to experiment more with these. So if you like these, please let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications to be notified of all future content. Thanks a lot for watching and for subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.